Firstly, we'll prepare coffee paste. For this, we'll take 3 teaspoons of coffee powder. Into this, we'll add 1 to 2 teaspoons of warm milk. We'll mix it together so that there are no lumps. We'll take 1 cup of whole wheat flour or atta. This is 125 grams of flour. Into this, we'll add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Here goes 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. We'll also add a pinch of salt in it. And then goes 2 teaspoons full of cocoa powder. And that's about it. For the wet ingredients, we'll take half a cup of curd. Into this, we'll add 1/3 cup of milk. We need to mix both curd and milk mixture until it is smooth. To this, we'll add half a cup of brown sugar for sweetness. One can even use powdered brown sugar. And lastly, we'll add 1/4 cup of oil along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Finally, we need to mix everything together. So we need to add our flour mixture in batches so that there are no lumps in it. I have added half the quantity. Mix it well to prepare a nice smooth batter. Our batter for coffee cake is ready. Now we'll transfer it in a baking dish. I've already greased and lined the baking dish with a butter paper. Into this, we'll pour our prepared coffee cake batter. This cake batter is very smooth and shiny. We'll be baking our cake in our pressure cooker. So I've already preheated the pressure cooker with 1 cup of salt in it for 10 minutes. And then we'll place our baking dish inside it. Ensure that the baking dish should not touch the sides of the pressure cooker. Cover it with the lid. And we need to now bake the cake on lowest flame for at least 25 to 30 minutes. It's been 25 minutes, so let's check out our cake. With the help of a toothpick or a knife, you can just check it. It's absolutely clean. That means our cake is ready. So we'll allow it to cool down completely and then we'll transfer it from the baking dish. The cake is nice and fluffy. One can cut the cake in any desired shape. However, I'll be cutting my cake in triangles. Just look at this. It's so fluffy, soft and moist. Let's cut out the rest of the triangles. Instead of cutting the cake in triangles, you can also simply dust the cake with cocoa powder or coffee powder and then you can serve it. And similarly, we'll cut the other half into triangles. Further, we'll sprinkle cocoa powder on top of the pieces. This will give a nice velvety look to our cake. And then we'll garnish it with melted chocolate. I've simply melted dark chocolate compound in microwave and then you can pipe out these lines on it. This will make our coffee cake even more attractive. These pieces are looking just like the Christmas tree, so you can even call it Christmas tree coffee cake. It's done. And finally, you can garnish it with few these silver sprinklers. We'll sieve all the dry ingredients together. So this is the ragi flour. I've used 3/4 cup of ragi flour. Then we'll take 3/4 cup of whole wheat flour or atta. Into this goes 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Here goes another tablespoon. Then goes half a teaspoon baking soda. 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Just a pinch of salt. In another bowl, we'll take half a cup of oil. Instead of oil, you can even use melted desi ghee or even you can use butter. Then we'll add half a cup of jaggery powder. So instead of sugar, I am using jaggery. Mix both the ingredients together. We've added 1/3 cup of curd. Here goes 3/4 cup of milk in it. And for the flavor, we'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. In this mixture, we'll gradually add our dry ingredients. Ragi, we all know, is a very healthy grain It is gluten free. It is rich in fibers. We'll transfer it in a baking dish. You can even add nuts in this cake. Now we'll tap it a bit. If you want, you can even sprinkle some nuts on top of it. Let's bake it. Carefully place the baking dish in the center of the cooker. Ensure that there is space at the sides. And now we'll simply cover it with the pressure cooker lid. We'll keep the flame on lowest side and we'll allow our cake to bake at least for 30 to 35 minutes. But ensure not to overbake the cake as it will become dry. My baking is done. It took 30 minutes to bake this cake. And then we'll transfer it. See, it has come out so nice. Now let's prepare chocolate ganache. For this, I'm using 50 grams of dark chocolate compound. To this, we'll add 100 grams of cream. And we need to cook both these ingredients on low to medium flame. We'll switch off the flame and we'll cool it down. Now we'll pour our prepared chocolate ganache. Let me now cut out a piece. Here it comes, lovely. Have a closer look at my ragi brownie cake. You can see it's so soft, moist and fluffy and absolutely healthy too. Made up of ragi flour, whole wheat flour, jaggery. To begin with, we'll take 3/4 cup or 180 ml of milk. Into this, we'll add 2 teaspoons of vinegar. Instead of vinegar, you can even use lemon juice. Just mix it well and keep it aside for 5 minutes. To prepare batter for the cake, we'll sieve all the dry ingredients. For this, we'll take 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour or atta. To this, we'll add 3/4 cup of powdered brown sugar. Then add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and sieve all the ingredients well. Into our dry ingredients, we'll add 1/2 cup of oil along with milk and vinegar mixture. Mix everything well to prepare batter. Once the batter is ready, then we'll add 1 teaspoon of butterscotch essence into it along with yellow food color. So here is our batter ready. We'll transfer this batter in a baking dish which we have already lined with parchment paper. We will be baking the cake in a pressure cooker. So I have already heated the pressure cooker with salt and I have kept a stand at the base. Now we'll bake the cake on low medium flame for at least 25 to 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes and let's check out our cake with the help of a knife. And it's absolutely clean. That means the cake has baked perfectly well. Now we'll allow it to cool down completely. Next we'll prepare butterscotch crumbs or praline. For this, in a pan we'll take 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We need to crystallize sugar. So keep the flame on low medium side and just add 1 to 2 teaspoons of water in it. Keep on stirring it and wait till the sugar dissolves completely. Once the sugar dissolves, then we'll add 1/4 cup of crushed nuts. Here I've used almonds, cashew nuts. Just mix it well with melted sugar and switch off the flame. Transfer this mixture on a butter paper and then spread it with the help of a spatula. Once done, we'll keep it aside for few minutes until it sets down completely. After few minutes, you will see that it will set nicely. Just break it into small pieces. And further, we can crush it with the help of a rolling pin. And it's ready. You can store it in an airtight container. Further, let's prepare butterscotch sauce or caramel sauce. For this, we'll take 1/2 cup of 100% organic brown sugar in a pan. We need to crystallize sugar, so keep on stirring it. Brown sugar takes little more time to crystallize than normal refined sugar, so you can use any sugar, white sugar or brown sugar as per your choice. Switch off the flame at this point of time and add 20 grams of butter in it. Also add a pinch of salt if you're using unsalted butter. You will see that the mixture will froth up Don't worry, just keep on stirring it continuously. To this we'll add a mixture of cream and milk. We have used 100 ml of cream along with 50 ml of milk. Turn on the flame at this point of time and add the cream and milk mixture little at a time. Keep on stirring it continuously till you get a smooth caramel sauce. And here is our butterscotch or caramel sauce ready. We'll cool down the sauce at least for 2 to 3 hours till the sauce thickens up. Let's assemble the cake together. The cake has baked perfectly well. We'll remove this layer and just see it's very soft, spongy. After that, we'll just spread liberal amount of our prepared butterscotch caramel sauce. Then decorate it with butterscotch praline or butterscotch crumbs. This will give that nice crunchy flavor to our butterscotch cake. And our healthy butterscotch cake is ready. You need to keep this cake in refrigerator at least for 1 to 2 hours and then we can serve it.